let's talk about how to add and subtract polynomials. Add polynomials by combining like terms, like we do when we solve equations. Subtract polynomials by first changing all of the signs of the polynomial being subtracted and then combining like terms. Let's take a look at some examples. Add or subtract the polynomials. In parentheses, we have the first one, 2x squared minus 5x plus 7 plus 2x plus x squared minus 1. There's two ways we can do this. One way is to notice all the like terms. This is positive 2x squared, and this is positive x squared. Now, it might seem like I'm ignoring the parentheses, but that's just because I'm adding. So really what we can do first is say this polynomial plus this polynomial. I'm just adding each of these. So this is the same as saying 2x squared minus 5x plus 7 plus all of these terms, 2x plus x squared minus 1. Now let's look for the like terms. 2x squared, this has an x squared in it, this has an x squared in it. This is like saying 1x squared. So I have 2x squareds plus 1x squareds. That makes 3x squareds. What are some other like terms? Let's take it down in standard form. The next ones are the x's, negative 5x and positive 2x. Notice I'm going with the sign that's in front. Negative 5 and positive 2 makes negative 3x. Finally, I have the constant term, positive 7 and negative 1. Positive 7 added to negative 1 makes positive 6. So there's my polynomial in standard form, 3x squared minus 3x plus 6. There's our polynomial that has been combined from these two polynomials. Here's another way that we can look at to do it. Let's write the first polynomial, 2x squared minus 5x plus 7, and then let's line up the like terms under each other. So see, the x squared is first. Let's put this x squared first. So positive x squared. The next is the x to the first term. So the x to the first term is 2x. So positive 2x. And then the third term is the constant. The constant is negative 1, minus 1. Then I can draw a line and combine each column. 2x squared plus 1x squared makes 3x squared. Negative 5x plus 2x, negative 3x. And 7 minus 1, positive 6. Same answer, just a different method. You pick the way that works best for you. Let's look at the second example. Notice that I'm subtracting. So if we're subtracting, that's like saying negative 1 multiplied to this polynomial. First, let's change all the signs by distributing negative 1 to this trinomial. Let's see what we get when we do that. 4x squared plus 5 stays the same because there's nothing here multiplied but 1. Negative 1 times negative 2x squared is positive 2x squared. Negative 1 times positive 2x is negative 2x. Negative 1 times negative 4 is positive 4. Now we can combine like terms. I'm going to do it the way where we leave it like this and look for what's like each other. 4x squared and positive 2x squared make 6x squared. Instead of doing the constant term next, I'm going to look for the x to the first. There's only one of them, negative 2x. Then I have the constant term, positive 5 and positive 4 make positive 9. And there's my answer, 6x squared minus 2x plus 9. In standard form. Let's try one more. Again, I'm subtracting. Negative 1 gets distributed to this trinomial. Now let's write it without parentheses. 5x squared minus 6xy plus 3y squared. Negative 1 times 8x squared, negative 8x squared, negative 1 times 3xy, negative 3xy, negative 1 times negative 4y squared makes positive 4y squared. Now let's look for what's like each other. 5x squared, and here's another x squared. I don't see any more x's that have x squared, so those are the only two that are like each other so far. 5 minus 8 makes negative 3, and those are x squared terms. Next, negative 6xy. Where's another xy? Here we go. Those are like each other because they have the same variables. Negative 6 of these, negative 3 of these together make negative 9 of these xy terms. Finally, we've got some y squared terms, positive 3y squared and positive 4y squared. That makes positive 7y squared. And we've done it. Negative 3x squared minus 9xy plus 7y squared.